Hello and welcome. My name is Kia and I'm coming to you from Sweden in a small village outside of Gothenburg. This is my podcast, my channel here on YouTube where I share with you my crafty life. I'm a knitter and a spinner and sometimes other crafts as well. This month has been very much knitting. Also some spinning, but mostly knitting actually. I have been in a perfect knitting mode, so there will be a lot of finished objects today. On social medias you can find me as Ciasbod _podcast on Instagram, on Ravelry. I also have a website, Ciasbod.se, where I will put up this video with links to everything I talk about today, and I hope that you will find what you are looking for there. You can also find me on Ko-fi and on Patreon if you want to support my work with this channel, and there will be links under this video to all of the places. Okay, today there will be, as I said, a lot of knitting, finished object, new projects on the needles, and a lot of inspiration, I must say. I don't know if it's the lovely weather that we have here in Sweden now that are giving me so much inspiration, or perhaps it's just, you know, the mood you're in. Sometimes you're in a good mood and you feel relaxed and you want to knit. And creativity feeds creativity. So if you are in a good mood, it just keeps on rolling. You get a lot of new ideas and new inspiration. Okay, what am I wearing today? I am very much in a yellow mood. There is, of course, I think it's the sun, but there is also a lot of flowers in the garden and also in nature with yellow. So there is the Easter lilies. I am translating Easter lily. We call it påsklilja. That's Easter lily, but I know you call it daffodils. And we have these forsythia that are also in bloom now in the garden. So there is a lot of yellow around in springtime, so I'm very inspired by that. So I took a yellow sweater today again. I reach for the yellow ones now in springtime, and this is Love Note that I knitted a couple of years ago, and I am holding a handspun Shetland yarn that I spun also years ago, together with, this is I think Drops Kid Silk, and the lovely yellow in the lace yoke here is from a hand dyer called Apmeska, and they just are doing magic with colors. And I know I was a little bit disturbed by the combination of the warm tones and the cold tones, but now I just love it. I feel like a campfire or something. It's just lovely together. Very much, just feeling warm and inspired. It's hard to see now with the sun, but it's beautiful. Really beautiful. It's a pattern by Katniss, did I say that? And I know it's a very size inclusive pattern. They have it from kids up to very many XXL. So suits a lot of body types, I think. And I'm wearing it today with a shirt under. And it's not super cropped, but if it was, it could have been with this shirt under. You can wear it like this. And the Shetland that I spun, you can see, is variegated in the background as well. So there is both this variegated mohair, and then there is the Shetland in the background that's also variegated. So it gives a lot of life to this garment. Yeah, I love it. It's knitted from the top, and I think it's 6mm needles, so it's one of those quick projects. And I think 3/4 length sleeves with a little bit shorter, that's a good look, I think. So I'm often reaching for this one, and this is the perfect weather, I think, also, with a little bit warmth, but when the wind comes it goes through, so you get a little bit cool down as well. So good sweater to wear in the springtime. What else can I say? I don't know. I will link it in the show notes, so you can see more on my Ravelry page if you're looking for more information about this sweater. So that's what I'm wearing today, and as I said, I have a lot of finished objects, and something that I have so much finished. I don't know which projects I had going on in the previous episode, but I was inspired to cast on for the Katniss shawl, or I should say more like a poncho or cowl, or I don't know. It's a very wearable garment. You have one sleeve, and then you have a little bit for the body under, and the other one is just something that's laying on top of the arm like this. So it's like a poncho, but it's more like a garment, since you have something for the arm under here. And I had a lot of problems when I was picking yarn for this, because I think it was knitted on 7mm needles, and I don't knit with that kind of thick yarn a lot, so I don't have in my stash. But I found a beautiful yarn that my friend Emma, Garnbyrån, had dyed. It's alpaca suri and merino combination, and I just love. I held it double because it was sport weight, and I don't know if it turns out a little bit cold, but it's very warm colors, and also the variegation in the yarn, and holding it double also gives variation. Yeah, it mixes lovely. And as you can see, you knit the collar like this first, flat, and then you what do you say, you fold it double and you sew it down here, and then you pick up and you knit it downwards, and then you separate here and knit a little bit for something to hold under the sleeve. Very lovely project, I must say. Katniss shawl is inspired by the Hunger Games, and I was looking on Ravelry, and there is a lot of patterns, both paid for and free patterns, so you can find something if you want to knit a Katniss shawl. But this one is from a Swedish person, Frida's Kreativa it's called, but it's only in Swedish, and it's not really... In Sweden we are not very used to a lot of explanations in the patterns, so we could almost, I know I have talked about this before, but we like the patterns that say cast on, knit, do like this for blah blah blah, and then just bind off, and then you have a garment. It's a pattern that doesn't give a lot of instructions, but if you are willing to think a lot by yourself and look at the pictures and figure something out, this is a pattern. But it's only in Swedish, so it's not for you, but I'm sure you can find a lot of similar pattern on Ravelry that are for free. So Katniss shawl, and I'm so happy with this one. It's in the winter you can wear it with over just a long sleeve t-shirt, and then you have like a vest, and outdoors, and yeah, it's perfect. Really love this garment. And as I said, 7mm needles. It was a quick project, and this one weighed 300 grams of yarn in this. So I'm very happy with this project. I can see myself wearing it. I am not a big shawl person, you know, that wears the big shawls. I am more of a poncho person, and this one is a combination, I think. But it still sits on the body, so I don't have to think about the ends of the shawl falling down and so that's a good garment for me, I think. So that's the first finished object, and then I was gifted yarn from the Swedish yarn company Svarta Fåret, and it is called Soft Llama, and it's a beautiful yarn. And I found the project in their spring collection that I thought that this might be a good project for me. I knew I could modify this a little bit, but I started to knit with this yarn in just stockinette, and I didn't think the yarn came to its right, because it's a flat yarn, you can say. It's a combed yarn, and like you twin your hair just and knit with it. It's not fluffy. It doesn't give any texture by itself. So I found a book that I had. It's Erika Åberg. It's her recent book. She has some collections similar to this, and this one is From Coast to Seashore Beach. And she has been around in different islands and gotten inspiration, and also Wales and Shetland and Gotland, and yeah, different places. And I found a sweater here that I love. It's called Bredband, and she knitted her garment in the lovely blue. I have knitted a garment exactly in this blue, but it's I didn't make it with texture. I made it in just stockinette. I think this yarn, the Gotland yarn, is speaking a lot by itself, so I thought that a stockinette sweater in that blue was good. But with this yarn I thought it needed some texture, and this one is knitted in moss stitch. One knit, one purl, and then you shift on the next and you do one purl, one knit. So it gets a lot of lovely, I don't know if you call it pearl stitch. I just love this. I think it's simple and it's beautiful. One knit, one purl, and the next row is one purl, one knit. Really lovely. And it's with a big polo, long polo neck, and it's lovely. And then you move over to this purl moss stitch. And then I made sleeves. I made really long ribbings, but to make them the right length, I have to have them double like this. But when it's cold, I just fold them down, and I hide my hands in here. So they were very useful this weekend when we have been out on a trip with our car, and I wore this one both daytime and nighttime. It was the perfect sweater. With the polo, and also it was windy. It has been a lot of sun, but it has been cold in the wind. So I have really been happy for this, the polo neck, and also the long sleeves where I could just hide my hands in here. When I fold them up like this, they go down to here. So when I just fold it down, I can have all my hand in here. So that was very, very good this weekend when we were out. And I used almost 600 grams. I had, when the sweater was finished, I had this little ball left, and I think it's good if I have to mend or there is something, I can keep that ball. But really long, it goes over the back, the bum, and it has kept me really warm and lovely. And you know, it has been a little bit windy, but if I have a long sleeve t-shirt in under, it gives both warmth and holds good with the wind. And in the night time, I have been sleeping in this one as well. I just love it. And we took some pictures. We went to the most southern place in Sweden, and at that edge I stood with Nemo, and we just took some pictures. I haven't been feeling very comfortable in front of the camera. I haven't been feeling inspired, you know, to take photos of the garments. But with this one and with Nemo and out with the ocean, and I was just feeling okay in front of the camera again. So we took those pictures, and that was sort of okay. So that's a big finished object that I have, almost 600 grams, and I know I will love this garment a lot. It's roomy and comfy, and yeah, both indoors and outdoors, really, really lovely. What else? If I keep on talking about this spring collection from the Swedish yarn companies, we also have here in Sweden children book author called Astrid Lindgren, and she's no longer alive, but her books and her children movies and everything is very much alive. She is a big inspiration, and she has I know perhaps Pippi Långstrump, Pippi Långstocking, and Emil in Lönneberga, Ronja. She has done so many lovely books and came up with the most amazing characters, and one of those characters is Lotta på Bråkmakargatan. This is Lotta på Bråkmakargatan, and she is the most adorable kid. If she doesn't know, she's a little bit like Pippi Longstocking. She wants to do everything her own way, and yeah, lovely. And as you can see, she has her little pig that she carries around with her all the time. It's called Bumsan, and I grew up with this, and my kids grew up with this, and yeah, it has been around for forever. And it's called Bumsan. And when I saw that there was a pattern in this collection for Bumsan, I just love it. So I had to knit it. And yeah, he's really, really cute. You start here and then you knit backwards, and you pick up and knit the ears out, and also you pick up and knit. So you don't have to sew anything, just a little eyes. Otherwise it's just picking up stitches and knitting from the body and out. And also this little cute, it was supposed to have a little knot, but I'm not sure. I didn't do it long enough, I think. It should have a knot here. But my little Bamse is just having a straight, I think, yeah, he will have to be like this. So my plan with this one, I don't know, I was thinking perhaps the little girl that will be born really soon, my granddaughter, my new granddaughter, I could keep this and also knit her the dress for 1 year or 1.5 years, and she could get this for her first year as a gift, because she will have to be walking. I don't know about my granddaughter that is she's 6. I think she's perhaps a little bit too old, but I think 2-3 years would be lovely. But I will knit in cotton, I think, so they can wash it. The red dress there, super beautiful. But it was a lot of fun. You could knit this one in 1 day or 2 days or something. It was really quick knit, and it was a lot of things happening all the time and super fun. Yeah, so that's Bumsan that has came to life. Really fun project. Yeah, I have also been making socks, 2 pairs of socks. I have been so productive this month. I don't know what has happened. But this was the project that I had at work. Socks, they were finished now. And 2 knits, 2 pearls all over. And Droppsnod is the yarn for this. And then I had a self-striping yarn that I got at Systrarna Grene last year, I think, or the year before, I don't remember. But I had it in stash, and I thought that it's a good time to just cast on and knit. So it's only knit stitches in the round and self-striping. This is a very relaxing sock to knit. Just cast on, do the ribbing, and then keep on just knit stitches. So those two socks have also been finished since I saw you the last time. Very good. It goes to my my box of socks this year. Lovely, lovely. And what else? We went on a trip with the car this weekend, as I said. And my husband has a wool sweater that I made him 3 years ago, almost to the day 3 years ago. It was the end of March. And also his son, who lives in Copenhagen, he wished for a woolly garment, and he just loved the one that Christian had. So he tried it on, and it was exactly the same size that he wanted, and the same colors and everything. So it was very, very easy. So I felt very comfortable knitting, as I knew the size would be right, and the length of the sleeves, and everything that gives us a little bit of distraction when we knit, because you don't know how it will fit on the person that you are knitting to. But I knew this one will be good. So I made a almost exact sweater that we gifted to his son when we came to Copenhagen this weekend. So I had some pictures taken on them when they were wearing the same sweater. Same but different. Because I didn't want to buy any more yarn, I had to shift the colors in the yoke. My husband has one stripe of the darker color in the yoke, and On the new one I made 2 stripes of the darker and 1 of the brown, and yeah, the opposite on the first one. So that's the only difference in the 2 garments, besides that my husband's is very much worn and I have been mending it on both arms, on the arm, what do you say? Yeah, here on the sleeves, worn out, and yeah, but he loves it and he doesn't mind the mending. He finds it that it gives character, and so do I. I love mended garments. So he was very happy with this sweater, and he wore it a lot the weekend that we were there. It was sunny and windy, but he wore his wool sweater anyway. So he was very glad, and it feels very good to knit to someone that is so knit worthy, that's happy with what he gets. So I think he will love that sweater forever. And I told him that I will mend it. If it goes, if you wear it out, I will mend it. Don't throw it away. Oh, you can mend, he said. So he brought out some old jeans that he had a hole in, and yeah, I helped him with the mending, and it was, yeah, that was also very nice. The wife, his wife, came with a basket of yarn, and she said, Kia, I bought this yarn some years ago and I still haven't finished anything. Do you think that perhaps you could finish something for me? And the first one, she had actually knitted like the body of something, you know. So there is a neckline and there is a sleeves, both sleeves to be knitted. And she had yarn left, and I think I can try to make 2 sleeves and a neckline for her with this yarn. So that I said yes, of course I can do that. And also she had a sweater's quantity of this big thicker blue yarn, and she also had the pattern here for this petite knit holiday sweater. So I think I will be making the holiday sweater in this one, knitted on 9mm needles. So I think this will be very quick, and also the sleeves on this one will be very quick. And I think I will cast on some of them very soon, because I would love to have something for them really soon. But there was also a third project, and I'm a little bit more yeah, I don't know. It's she didn't have the pattern. She bought it as a kit, you know, with yarn and pattern, but she somehow left the pattern somewhere. So she wrote to the company and asked if she could get the pattern in a mail. So there is a stripy sweater with some kind of mohair, alpaca mohair I think this is, and also merino. So you stripe these 2 into a garment, and I hope that she can find the pattern. I can put in a picture how the sweater will look, because we found it, but you can only get the pattern if you buy the kit. But she has already bought the kit, so I hope that she can get the pattern one more time, and I can start with that sweater as well. So you gift away for 1 garment and you get yarn back for 3 garments. So I'm not sure how it's going with emptying my yarn cupboard, but it's fun. It's I think it will be nice to knit something for them, that for her, that she has chosen herself and that she really wants. So that's good. That's coming up. What else? I am making a lot of things from this book. the Erik Åberg, I knitted this garment, and I have also started a vest. I can show you here the vest. It's beautiful. It's a simple broken rib stitch, and she has made this one in Snälldon yarn, but I want to make things from yarns that I already have, and I bought this big cone on Gotland. I think it was maybe a year ago, last spring, from Gotland's sock fabric, and they were selling these big cones, very good priced. So I bought this beautiful dark green, really love it, and I'm holding it together with this from Rauma. It's alpaca silk. It's a little bit more grayish, so it's bringing this bright green down a little bit towards gray. And I think when I have done this vest or slipover, I will try to make something in just this green, because it's so amazing, really lovely green. But it's nice to try, and I have actually finished the body on this vest, and I'm knitting on the front piece here. So it's quite relaxing knit, 4mm needles, and yeah, I think I will be knitting like up to here, and then I will be casting on for the neckline, and yeah, knitting the sides. So it's relaxing knit. It's easy to remember from the back side as well, since it's only knit stitches on the front, and when you come from the back side you purl 3, knit 1 instead of knit 3, purl 1 on when you knit it in the round. So it's easy to remember from both sides. So this will be a lovely project as well, a little bit airy, knitted on 4mm, and both of these yarns are quite thin, so it will be not so compact, you know, like loose lovely fabric. And I know I will love a vest. I wear vests a lot. Good layering piece, I think. So this is not very far from getting done. I only have the front and the back left on this vest, so that will be really nice. And I had a spinning mojo. I was reorganizing with my fibers. I have a lot of fibers that you know, you put them in. I have a glass cupboard, and you put in, and you put something in front, and you know, you have to keep them in circulation to remember what you have. And I found a rusty orange merino, and I found that was just one color. And then I found a hand dyed from my friend Emma, and she had made for one of her fiber clubs. It was with pink and lilac and orange, a mix. And I spun one on one bobbin and the other one on one bobbin, and then I applied them together. And this is what I have here. And this is 1/2 of it. I have 400 grams, and this is 200 grams. And the other 200 grams, I have started a project. And also, I know it's a bit boring, but also from this book. All of them are from this book, but Federica is very good at making simple but lovely patterns, and here is the one that I am knitting now. It's also just texture, so here we have the body of this one. It's like two purl and 4 knit, and on the 4 knit stitches you move a purl stitch all the time, so you get this texture. I think most of the time you don't really see the texture if you have a variegated yarn, but in this case it's not a pattern that has to be seen, you know. You don't have to really see what the pattern is, because it is nothing. You just see that something is happening, and I think that's okay with the variegated yarn. I didn't want just a plain stockinette knit sweater. I wanted something to happen on the sweater, and I think this will be lovely. And actually I cast it on and knitted a little bit on Wednesday, and today is Monday. So on 5 days, as we have been out on the trip, a lot of car knitting has been happening, but I have been knitting on this one for all of the time in this trip. And it looks a little bit small, but I know it will stretch out, since it's, you know, it's like ribbing. So when I block it, I can stretch it a lot and it will fit. So that's really nice as well, a hand spun sweater on the needles, and that makes me really, really happy. Yes, so a lot of finished things and a lot of things on the needles as well. I have been casting on a pair of socks again, just simple. I had like a really pale yellow sock yarn, and I just cast it on and knitted, you know, around and around, just plain stockinette, nothing special with this one at all, but just simple relaxing knit. And yeah, it's the socks that I reach for in my sock box of socks. It's the simple socks, so they will be nice. I hope perhaps to finish them for Easter, just some weeks, 2 weeks I think, but also nice to have them to knit on over the Easter weekend. It doesn't matter, I have socks, but it's nice to knit with yellow as the weather is yellow. The weather is yellow. Yeah, that's all the projects. And this year, not the previous year, but the year before, I did a lot of calculations, you know, what am I knitting, how much yarn am I knitting in weight, and also how much yarn am I buying. Am I keeping it, you know, the same amount in as out, or am I growing in the stash or losing something in the stash? So this year I am doing the calculations again, and it's you know, this is March. A lot of things has happened in March, but I have here, you know, finished objects, casted on, hand spun, and some things I bought in this month. So this month, March, no, not this month, April, but March, the previous month, I actually knitted up 1.8 kilos, almost 2 kilograms of yarn, and that's amazing. I'm not sure if I ever did that, but I think it was because I finished 2. It's not like I have to knit knit them during the month, but I finished them in March. So 2 big sweaters, like 600 grams for this one, and I know the wool sweater that I gifted was 700 grams. So that's a lot, but 1.8 kilograms, that's really nice. So I was curious to see how am I doing over the year, January, February and March. And I am now, as it is the month between March and April, minus 975. So there has been a lot of things coming in to the stash as well. And this was gifted yarn, so this was a lot, and I also got some sock yarns, and it's not about money, it's about yarn, the amount of yarn that I have in my stash. So that's why gifted yarn and also wool that will become yarn, all of it counts. So right now I am on minus 975 grams, and I'm happy with that. That's good. I'm not sure about what to do with the things that I am making for the gift knits here, because I don't know, shall I count it as coming in and out, or shall I just, I don't know, we shall think about that. It's things that I am knitting, so perhaps I should count them as in and out, because it's also fun in the end of the year to see how much did I knit. So that might be something. Okay, this was really lovely to sit out here, and the weather is beautiful, and as I said, my husband and I was picking out our car this weekend and made a trip to sleep in the car. You know, we bought the camper on the car last year and went to Norway, and now we did a little trip to down south in Sweden and also to Denmark, visiting my husband's son and family, and we had lovely time. We went to Louisiana, the big art museum in Denmark, and spent some hours there. And we went to the south of Sweden, you know, the south part of Sweden, Smygehuk. And we went to a Klippan wool fabric, and we bought 2, I was so cold. The first night I thought I would freeze to death. So in the morning we went to this wool fabric. They have a lot of both yarns, but they had wool blankets, really lovely woolly blankets, woven and beautiful. So I bought 2 blankets for us to have in the car, really nice. A yellow, of course, I'm in a yellow mood. And what else did we do? We did go to the beach and take long walks, and with the kids they were doing kicking, both skateboard and the kick bikes, and yeah, it was just a lovely outdoor weekend. We have had a lovely time, and as you saw, I did a lot of knitting as well, so it's very relaxing. We do cook our food in the car, but we don't do the dishes, and so we kept it for coming home, so we just put it in the dishing machine here at home. So a lot of just relaxing time, not a lot of must do things, but just spending time and visiting friends. And we also visited a friend of my husband's who is having the same interest in photography that my husband's have, and they don't take photos with the digital cameras. They do it the old way, and you know, taking the pictures, yeah, the old way. But yeah, lovely weekend, and it's so nice to be on the road, and the sun is shining, and yeah, mood is on top, I think. this is it for today, and thank you so much for spending some time with me here in the greenhouse. I hope that I can from now on sit out here for like 6 months or something. I will try to match 3 days with good weather. In a couple of weeks we will be going to a yarn fair up in Örebro, it's called, and my friend Emma will be selling her wool and yarn, and I will be helping her, and we will be meeting a lot of nitty lovely friends and new friends perhaps, and that will be a lovely road trip as well. So I say have a lovely spring, and I will see you again in May. Bye bye!